Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shear, and I am the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password, or check our website, www.cslpv.org, on the weekly talk section. Today is Sunday, June 15th, 2025. Happy Father's Day. Today, we are continuing our monthly topic in living color. And the topic for today is It's Never Too Late and It's Never Too Soon. So it is actually afternoon, as the power has been out in our area since last night, and therefore I've had no internet. So I'm currently borrowing internet from the neighboring restaurant. I didn't know I could do that. In the meantime, I'd like to welcome everyone once again, including those that are new to our teaching and to our center here in Puerto Vallarta, whether you are on the live Zoom call or watching a replay at a later time. Here we teach a philosophy that honors all faith traditions, so whatever path you are on, please know that it is the right one for you and that everyone is welcome here. As I mentioned, we teach a philosophy. It's called the Science of Mind, a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom, where we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, and we honor diversity in all aspects so that we can appreciate the great oneness that already exists everywhere and within everyone. When Dr. Ernest Holmes was asked to provide a concise definition of this teaching, he had replied, "It is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations." So each week, we offer a service with an inspirational message. We offer the Zoom meeting at 10 a.m., and we'll resume our Sunday in-person meetings at noon later in the year, most likely in September. However, if you are going to be here on vacation and would like to attend in person, please let me know in advance so that we can arrange for that. We are also, as part of our intention to grow our center, we are inviting a guest speaker the second Sunday of each month to provide the message in Spanish with an English translation. And so now let's together review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And more on all of these can be found on our website under their very own drop-down titles. So if you would like to check those out, please head over to our website and look for that. And now, as we have been picking up again the reading from Creative Thought magazine for the daily affirmative prayer. And this is from 2014 edition of June 15th. So please, if you'd like to close your eyes gently and take these words as your own, if you so choose. God, the one source and substance, is the giver of all good, and God is the good itself. I am the radiant incarnation of this good. Today, I celebrate God's precious gift of choice. It comes to me as a multicolored wrapping for the supreme gift, the gift of life. With a sense of awe and childlike excitement, I unwrap the present and find, in every moment, innumerable opportunities to share my God-likeness with my world. Recognizing that I am the chooser from the instant I open my eyes in the morning until I retire at night, I make elegant choices that bless others and glorify the presence within me. With effortless ease, I scatter joy, ennobling, enriching, and empowering everyone I meet. Love's high vibration harmonizes every encounter in a joyous exchange of energy as my choices for good reproduce themselves in the exponential spread of love, laughter, and deep caring for all life. Joyful with the knowledge that God is the only presence that I allow to have power in my mind, I gratefully release my word to the law of mind, which has no choice but to make it so. And so it is. And that was submitted by Reverend John Scott from Kingston, Jamaica. So in 1909, Sonora Smart Dodd heard a sermon about Mother's Day and thought fathers deserved similar recognition. Her own father, William Jackson Smart, was a civil veteran and single parent who raised 6 children on his own after his wife died in childbirth. Deeply moved by his devotion, Sonora proposed Father's Day celebration to be held on June 5th, her father's birthday. The idea took root, and the first Father's Day was celebrated on June 19th, 2010, in Spokane. But it wasn't until 1966 that President Lyndon B. Johnson issued the first presidential proclamation honoring fathers, designated the third Sunday in June as Father's Day. And 1972, President Richard Nixon signed it into law, making Father's Day a permanent national holiday in the United States. And of course, it's celebrated in many other countries around the world. Father's Day invites us to honor not only our earthly fathers, but the spiritual essence of fatherhood, what many traditions call the divine masculine. It is the archetype of strength expressed through gentleness, authority tempered with compassion, and wisdom rooted in love. Fathers provide the necessities of safety, food, and shelter for their family, a place to nurture and love. Just as Mother's Day reflects the nurturing, receptive aspect of the divine, Father's Day honors the steady guidance and the steady guiding presence that encourages growth, affirms our strength, and calls us forward into greater expression. In the midst of the Civil War on January 1st, 1863, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, a bold declaration that proclaimed all enslaved people in the Confederate state to be free. This proclamation was a beacon of hope, a promise of a future where we could live in freedom. Yet, the journey from proclamation to reality was fraught with challenges. Due to the ongoing war and the resistance of Confederate states, many enslaved people remained unaware of their newfound freedom. 2.5 years later, on June 19th, 1865, a monumental event unfolded in the coastal town of Galveston, Texas. Juneteenth was more than just a date. It was a powerful affirmation of the human spirit and the enduring quest for freedom. In honor of Juneteenth, we remember that it's never too late to contribute to restorative justice initiatives to heal from cultural history of enslavement. It's never too soon to amplify. We are having all kinds of technical issues. So 2 years after, on June 19th, 1865, a monumental event unfolded in the coastal town of Galveston, Texas. Juneteenth was more than just a date. It was a powerful affirmation of human spirit and the enduring quest for freedom. In honor of Juneteenth, we remember that it's never too late to contribute to restorative justice initiatives to heal from cultural history of enslavement. It's never too soon to amplify Black Americans' voices to create new traditions and celebrations, as Juneteenth has become a United States federally recognized holiday, as well as many other countries around the world. And also, on Saturday, June 21st, we celebrate National Indigenous Day. Maya Angelou said this: "History, despite its wrenching pain, cannot be unlived, but if faced with courage, need not be lived again." So it's never too late or too soon to recognize that we have the power to embody the qualities of harmony, love, and joy. Despite our circumstances, we always have the power to change our relationship to the events in our lives. Like me, many of us were drawn to the Centers for Spiritual Living because we are a community that celebrates the power of affirmation. These spiritual practices help serve as reminders that spirit is always present and always available. We are invited to remember that our lives are a reflection of our mindset. Regardless of where we are in our lives, it's never too late or too soon to embrace our personal understanding of the divine. This is part of our global vision. We envision humanity awaking to its spiritual magnificence and discovering the creative power of thought, a world where each and every person discovers their own personal power and ability to create an individual life that works within a world that works for everyone. So, in honor of Juneteenth, it's never too late or too soon to celebrate the freedom we are currently experiencing and advocating for within our communities. Yesterday, many people were out in the streets and in parks standing for freedom and justice for all, not just in the United States, but also in many places around the world. We honor not just a historical event, but a divine truth that every human being is endowed with the right to be free. We celebrate the emancipation of our ancestors, who, despite the chains that bound their bodies, kept their spirits unshackled and their faith unwavering. Their strength and perseverance are the bedrock upon which we build our own efforts for justice and equality today. So let us remember that freedom is not just a destination, it's a daily journey. It's never too late or too soon to celebrate the freedom that we experience now and to advocate for the freedom that still eludes many. Each act of kindness, each step toward justice, each moment of standing in solidarity with those who are oppressed brings us closer to the fullness of freedom of our spiritual magnificence. And this is a quote from Ernest Holmes. Freedom is the ability each of us has to attain liberation under law. In Science of Mind, the goal of the individual is not to transcend physical reality, but to live as a free, spontaneous, transparent, and loving spiritual being in this time-space experience. So let us be beacons of hope and agents of change. Let us honor the legacy of Juneteenth by committing ourselves to work of liberation, knowing that our efforts are sacred and our cause is just. By acknowledging the struggles and triumphs of all communities, we begin to dismantle the barriers created by ignorance and prejudice. Education is the cornerstone of this journey, inviting us to confront uncomfortable truths and expand our perspectives. As we celebrate, let us also pray for the strength and courage to continue this holy work, knowing that with each passing day, we are drawing nearer to the world of true freedom and equality, a world that works for everyone. Ernest Holmes said this: "The pathway to freedom is through a unique expression of the self. No two persons are alike, nor do any two think alike. Since thought deals with the infinite medium, there is no limit to the scope of its possible manifestation. There is good enough to go around. Not until this becomes universally realized will wars cease, poverty be healed, and people learn to live together as human and divine beings." Oneness. We all believe in oneness. It may be challenging to dig into implicit biases towards people with different identities. And to truly practice oneness, it's important to remember that it's never too late or too soon to educate ourselves. Juneteenth was first recognized as a federal holiday in the United States in 2021 when President Biden signed the measure into law, even though Black Americans had been celebrating it since 1865. This belated recognition serves as a poignant reminder that understanding and embracing the full spectrum of our shared history is crucial to fostering genuine unity. As we celebrate Juneteenth and other significant milestones, we honor the resilience and contributions of those who have long been marginalized. And in doing so, we move closer to a world where oneness is not just an idea, but a lived reality. Ernest Holmes wrote this: "It should be considered right to live and to enjoy living, to be well, happy, and to express freedom is to be in accord with divine law and wisdom." So we must be vigilant and proactive in defending freedom, the values of democracy and fundamental rights, and always be ready to fight against any actions that threaten these values. Continue to show up at local events that promote peace, freedom, and equality for all. Let go of fear. Together we are stronger. It's never too late, and it's never too soon. And I'll leave you with this quote: "You can't separate peace from freedom because no one can be at peace unless they have freedom." And that takes us to our affirmation of the week. It's never too late to live my authentic life, and it's never too soon to take the first step. And now, time for news and updates at our center. If you are interested in learning more about the Science of Mind teaching, we do offer courses via Zoom as well as in person. So connect with me or check our website to find out the details. And we have finished the 4 Agreements book study. But if there's another book study that you would be interested in, please let me know. I'm thinking of perhaps the next book could be the 7, oh my gosh, I've forgotten the book. The Deepak Chopra, 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. So if you are interested in that or another book study, please let me know. And if there's any other specific courses or meditations that you would be interested in, let me know that as well, so we can plan dates for those. And of course, accredited courses will be resuming in September. So watch for updates on our website. And if you would like a one-on-one connection for a spiritual mind treatment, please connect with me. Also, if you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, as membership does renew annually, or if you'd like to be on our board of trustees, please contact me so you can be sent the current forms. I'd also like to remind you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. The more likes and subscriptions, the more the page gets shared through optimization. So please consider liking and subscribing to help us spread this word. And now it's time for our mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is greatly appreciated, no matter the amount. Donations can be made through PayPal or Tithely through our website, www.cslpv.org. And you'll find the buttons for PayPal and Tithely on both the landing page as well as on the top of the page where you find the weekly replays of the talks. Alternatively, you can still mail in a paper check by addressing it to CSLPV number 403 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, V1Y8N1. And now please join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and sharing this time together. And let's remember to continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. May peace and love be with you. Blessings to all. Namaste.